my name is Merlin D'Souza.
I'm Laura Linehan.
And welcome to our guided experiments. Today we're going to be talking about the Fibonacci sequence and the golden ratios.
So since today is Math Day, please wear the color blue, use the hashtag CGSteamFair, and look for the animals within our videos and take a picture and post them as well.
So Fibonacci was a math teacher in Bugia, and so he was really interested in how math was important for merchants. So he decided to further his interest in the math subject.
So with every great discovery, there's a great question behind it. So the way that he kind of represented that was, imagine rabbits reproducing on the second month. So you have a pair of two rabbits, as you can kind of tell in the picture behind us. So you have a pair of two rabbits, and they're not going to reproduce until the second month. So you still have that one original pair. So you have one on the first month and one on the second month. But they're going to reproduce on the second month. So during the third month, you're going to have two pairs of rabbits. So 1 plus 1 is 2. On the fourth month, you're going to have 3 pairs of rabbits, so 1 plus 2 is 3, and you're going to continue that sequence. So that's where you get the numbers 1, 1, 2, 3, 5, 8, etc.
Yeah, so as Laura mentioned, Fibonacci wanted to understand how this was naturally occurring within rabbits because it was easy to observe. And so the way that he knows, without having to have so many rabbits in a yard, he just figured out the sequence. So he knew that you just had to add the number before. So 1 plus 1 is 2, 2 plus 1 is 3, 3 plus 2 is 5, 5 plus 3 is 8, 8 plus 5 is 13, and 13 plus 8 is 21. So he continued the sequence by adding the number before in order to get the long lasting, and it never ends. So you can keep calculating it as much as you would like and keep adding it, and that sequence or that pattern is what Fibonacci discovered.
So that's how we can calculate the golden ratio. So the Fibonacci sequence relates to this golden ratio because it creates a spiral that we can see in mathematics. So this spiral behind us, this is what we see in nature and in beauty, and it creates like an objective beauty standard. So the reason that we think things are attractive could be because they're perfectly proportionate, and proportionate just means to scale with one another. So if you have 2 eyes and a nose and a mouth in a perfect position, then of course we're going to think that it's attractive.
Yeah, so how does all the artists that you admire, so I know I love Kim Possible and Disney and Curious George and all of these cartoon characters that you watch on a daily basis, how do artists utilize the golden ratio? So they do it in the way that Alora mentioned, with perfectly proportioned features, so that we find it really interesting and attractive to watch and very engaging. So art is definitely always utilizing math. So artists are aware of this golden ratio and utilize it in order to make characters and cartoon figures that we like. So never forget that concept.
So within the perfect spiral, there's little boxes. So these 2 boxes are again proportional to one another. They're drawn to scale. So you have the number 1, and then you have the second number 1, and then you have a 2 by 2 square. You're going to add the 2 and the 1, and you're going to get a 3 by 3 square, and you're going to put it on the right hand side. And it just creates this little spiral that we see within the nature and within the golden ratio.
Yeah, so as Alora said, the Fibonacci sequence and the golden ratio are hand in hand with each other because you're just adding those boxes up in order to create the spiral. But where is that spiral found, and why was Fibonacci able to observe it in so many different lights? Well, it's found on the smaller scale and the bigger scale. So it's found in nature through the petal arrangements, through DNA, through the trees and the life that we see around us. It's a naturally occurring pattern because of how attractive it is to our eyes. So if you go out and look around, you'll be able to see all of these different features that the Fibonacci sequence then describes. So your assignment today is to go outside and look at the different petal arrangements on flowers outside in nature. Just explore and see if you can find different ways that the Fibonacci sequence is present. If you can see any of these spirals or any of these in roses. So please look and find these patterns and take a picture of it and post it using the hashtag CGSteamFair.
So today is the last day. These videos wrap up our STEAM acronym. So take a picture of yourself wearing blue, take a picture of Bonnaby and Bulby if you can find them, and you can use these to enter into a raffle using the hashtag CGSteamFair. So just post it with parents' permission on Instagram or Facebook.
Yeah, and so tomorrow is our big STEAM fair. So there are going to be 3 to 5 minute videos that you can watch. And so all the concepts that we described in our guided experiments throughout the week, science, technology, engineering, art, and today math, will be utilized by businesses. So these businesses have been doing the types of concepts that we've talked about. So maybe you'll find a job that you really like from any of the videos. So please tomorrow go on and whenever you have time and look at all the videos that we have posted, and maybe something will strike your fancy.
Getting excited for math!